right. I've never done a music reaction video, partly because I feel like I've listened to most songs that I'm interested in. And I mean, I appreciate watching these, but I, I don't know if I believe that these people have never heard, a track by Tool before, Eminem, or whatever it may be. But um, I'm a big fan of the band Brand New. I started listening to them in 2003, 4. Uh, in high school, graduated 2003, I was more Metallica, some new metal, Linkin Park, heavier things. And by the time I got to college, I was ready to be a grown up adolescent, fun loving party kid. So I went out and bought the self titled Blink 182 album. What a freaking letdown. I was ready to party and have fun, and I get Spiders, where are you? So then I ran out and got the Newfound Glory album, and it's all downhill from here. And depressing. So I went and got Brand New, and whoa. The Deja Sick Transit, which I'd heard on MTV, is the only upbeat song on the album, minus maybe Quiet Things, and the rest is heavy and horrible and depressing. But there was something unique about that album, and I've listened to it. I hated it. I wanted to be party fun, and that was deep and heavy. So I didn't listen to any of those albums for a long time. Blink's obviously great. Newfound Glory, fine. That's not my favorite album of theirs, but it was solid-ish. But Brand New, I kept coming back to year after year, and I could play the whole CD. I wouldn't listen to the opener, but I'd hit track 2 and let it play all the way to Crack the Sky. And it every time I listened to it, it got better and better and better. Devil and God, I heard Jesus Christ, and it was, what is this? How do you go from this wannabe punk pop band to playing this? But I loved it. And then Knife and Fork, Daisy came out. Devil and God, I did not listen to it. In fact, there wasn't much on the album that got my attention in those days, but there was a handful of brand new songs that kept my attention. And so I was always a big fan of at least some of their work. Daisy came out, and same thing, captivating album cover, sort of interesting. Click through the tracks, what can I hear that I like? Nothing, nothing, nothing. And then Sync. Okay, this is super crazy. And Sync made my rotation, once in a while I'd play Sync, and it was great and aggressive and awesome. 2019, 2020, Science Fiction comes out, and I listen to a couple of songs. I think 451. I'm like, all right, this is kind of bluesy and funky. I dig it, and I could listen to a few songs. And I went back and listened to Devil and God, and wouldn't you know it, Millstone, amazing. I Can't Get Out off of Science Fiction, amazing. And I start playing some of these songs, and there's really nothing that would scratch that itch except Brand New. So I started listening to Devil and God and Science Fiction heavily, went back and listened to all the unreleased demos, and now I'm a big fan of the entire discography, minus the first record, which I still loved, Soco Amaretto Lime. But as a whole, that is a completely different band than what came after. So I was reading Reddit. I'm going to go to Anaheim this November and see them play live. I'm bringing 3 friends. I'm really excited about it. And reading the Reddit chats, I think we're going to get a new album. I like all of the new music that I've heard. The Neutral Milk Hotel stuff that Jesse's playing is fascinating and awesome. And Reddit, somebody said, Sealed to Me is one of their favorite songs. And I thought, oh my God, I really have not heard this song before, truly and honestly. And I am fanatical about the rest of the catalog right now. So I figured, let's give it a listen, and I will react to it. I don't know what I'm going to hear. I hope it's really, really good. So let's get into it. All right, are we going? Quick time. I hope. Otherwise, we'll be doing it again. Either way, you've got my reaction. All I'm going to do is play the song.
Try
here.
our team for 7 days, and if you're not impressed, you don't even have to pay us.
What have
We will
we
help
made,
you
YouTube?
strategize,
Look at this
ideate,
crap.
script,
What
film,
have we
edit,
made?
and distribute across all social media platforms. And the only thing that you have to do
Come
is
on,
sit for a
humans,
couple
do
hours
better.
a month with
Young
my team
kids,
to actually be
do
able to film
better.
it. And the only reason we...
Very much what you'd expect. Deep, interesting, sad.
They finally caught that roadrunner. It blew him out.
Wile E. Coyote.
I finally got it through my thick cranium.
Got it through my head.
You wake up and get chest and you check your pressure. Those covalent bonds are holding you together. 'Cause I'm working hard to be my own MVP. Instead of feeling lucky just to make the team, yeah.
I'm not going to read the lyrics, I'm just listening right now. Very much like Brothers.
How you feeling?
Love that.
Are you hearing?
Are you
What's it
feeling?
mean to be sealed to me?
Oh, it's so familiar.
Sealed to me.
Sealed to me. Okay, I get it.
If you aren't finished, you could run your minute, make your time. And if you are without, well, I'm full of it, so come take some of mine. You're gonna cast me away into outer darkness, 'cause I couldn't cover every snake eyes apart. Gotta show 'em even though I hit the victim. Really just happy to be out in the world. You could be the wind and I'll be your lead. Finish with these plastic, but pulling my teeth, yeah. How you feeling?
I wish I had
How you feeling?
I wish I had a studio version of this.
Sealed to me.
Because God, you can feel it right there. Yeah, right to me. Yeah. It's,
Sealed to me. 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 Storm on the wind, we all drift away. King never comes, I ain't a chosen one.
King never comes, I ain't no chosen one. Yeah, dude. Who is surprised that this guy got me too'd? Like, he's saying he's not a good person. That's the struggle. That's what's interesting.
My heart stops beating, float through the ceiling. Those gates won't be sealed to me.
Those gates won't. See, I praise God, you know. Like, come on, Jesse.
Sealed to me.
Whoa.
Okay.
What's that?
It's kind of like the rest of their unreleased stuff. It's contained and emotional and lower quality, and great. And I'm jealous I didn't make it, but I'm thankful that my life isn't so tormented that I could make it. And I'm glad that there's some unreleased music. And actually, I forgot what it was called. I looked it up earlier today, said I was going to do this, and I went and said, give me a full list of unreleased brand new tracks because I want to hear them all. Because, man, there's some really, really good ones. I'd prefer to listen to something that was a bit more polished, but there's a couple lines in there. That's what haunts you about brand new, is just those couple of lines that just get stuck in your head and pick at your brain. And this had them. I'll have to listen to it again, but I'm going to do it at night with my headphones on. But I'm so excited to see them, and I don't even care if they're good. I just hope they're raw and sincere, and that's going to do something for me. I said we went to Blink 182 at the Gorge last summer, maybe 2 summers ago. It was 105 degrees. My buddy Tim, it's his favorite band. He said we needed to get the fast passes. Live Nation, Ticketmaster just took every penny we had, charged us an arm and a leg to camp, squeeze out every dollar they can, and then they treat you like cattle. And it ruined live music for me. And I said, I'm not going to see another concert unless Luke Combs plays featuring Machine Gun Kelly, which would never happen, or if Brand New comes back and does another tour, which will never happen. And I was in Alaska last week talking to my father-in-law, who was a music agent, big time, and I got an email, or maybe I saw it on social media. Brand New has a tour, and I said, I'm going. I'm going to Denver. I'm going to Los Angeles, or I'm going to San Francisco, and it makes more sense to go to Anaheim. So rock on. I can't wait. If there is any more Jesse Lacey brand new music, you guys can send me. Make a recommendation, put a comment down there, and I will get into it. I might go search soon for the rest of these unreleased tracks, because I think there's 7 or 8 that I've never even heard of. And I've mostly been cruising around Spotify. So if it's not on Spotify and it's not flying at tree level, which I did here back in the day and even downloaded illegally, I probably haven't heard it. But I have been watching the live shows on YouTube from the last year. So I've heard all those, and they are freaking rad. I cannot wait to hopefully get those. These guys should record all of this unreleased stuff. I'd take that as new music. And they don't have the biggest following, but man, there's nothing else I can listen to right now other than Brand New. So this is getting long. Arrivederci. Thanks.